Well, I'm back from sitting my theory test and hazard perception. I've got my results pieces of paper here. I'm really pleased to say that you needed 85 out of 100 points for the multiple choice theory test, and I scored 92 for that. Although, to be honest, I'm a bit annoyed. Maybe that's the teacher in me. I had hoped not to get so many wrong. But on the bottom of the sheet, it gives you a little table and tells you where you went wrong. So it says I got 1 wrong for vehicle weights and dimensions, 1 wrong for driver's hours and rest periods, 1 wrong for the driver, 2 wrong for accident handling, 1 wrong for vehicle condition, and then 1 wrong for vehicle loading. What's a shame is it doesn't show you on the theory test which questions you got wrong. It would have been nice to know just for the future what I got wrong, just so then I know in case I ever come across something like that. But on the multiple choice, most of the questions were actually the same questions from the theory test book, this one that I showed earlier. Most of the questions in the real theory test were actually from this book, because this one is like a DVSA published book, so it is their official material. There was just a couple of questions that I was unsure of really that weren't in this book, but looking back, they're actually in the other book, which is just a guide to driving a truck really. Some of them were answered in there, and some of them I've got no idea. I didn't know what the answers were. But I'm pleased to have passed 92 out of 100. Bit annoyed with getting 8 wrong, but still, nobody's perfect. I also did my hazard perception, and the pass mark is 67 out of 100 points, and I scored 84 for the hazard perception test. There are 19 clips that play, like 19 videos, and you have to click the mouse when you see a developing hazard. But some people on a forum I've been reading from have been saying that you can click too soon and then it doesn't register. So it's best to click twice or 3 times, just a gap from each other. But you have to be careful, because if you click too many times, then they fail you for cheating, or if you click in a pattern. So it's a fine line. I don't know who's beeping the horn out there, just interrupting my video. But still. On the double hazard clip, oh yeah, I was saying 19 clips, and each clip has 1 hazard in there, and 1 clip has 2 hazards in there. So on the double clip, I scored 9. On 10 clips, I scored 5. 5 is the maximum score that you can get for each clip. On 4 clips, I scored 4. On 1 clip, I scored 3. On 3 clips, I scored 2. So I'm pleased with that, really, 84. Yeah, overall I'm happy. Now I've got my hazard perception and my multiple choice out the way. There's only one more test I need to do, which is about CPC case studies, but that's not booked until after my actual driver training. The next step in my journey to HGV driving is for the 4 days training and then the driving test. My CPC case studies test that I just spoke about is booked for the day after my driving test, so hopefully I'll be really happy on that day because I passed the day before, but we'll see. It's all on that now. There are just 2 weeks left of the term for being a teacher, and then I've finished and I move on to the next chapter of my life. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I can't wait to try something new. So yeah, I guess I'm going to end this video now. If you're taking your theory test, good luck. I think all the notes I made were very helpful, but like I say, maybe I made some mistakes in those notes, or maybe I forgot some of the questions, some of the answers to the questions I should say. But overall I'm happy. So if you're taking your theory, good luck. I do recommend these books. I think more so this theory test one on its own just covers most of the things to get a pass. But if you want to get higher than a pass and you want to get 100, then I guess you need the guide too, because that's got everything in there, absolutely everything, which I haven't finished reading yet. But yeah, that's the end for me. I will see you next time.